Yeah, buddy. What is going on, beloved? What is going on, beloved? It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I gotta bring it to y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. What goes around comes around. When things just got a funny way of getting this like poetic justice. When we look at things, like this. Ugh. You look like a soggy version of the Grinch sock. Like he looked like a horrible river rat. This man has taken the lives of many, many people. Is this safe to say Nuremberg 2024? Anyways, let's proceed.
And new this evening, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the infectious disease expert throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, is recovering after being infected with West Nile virus.
What?
He spent some time in the hospital, but is back home and expected to make a full recovery, according to a spokesperson. It's not clear how he got the virus, but mosquitoes are often the culprit.
Guess how I feel. DJ, run it back. That's how I feel. Yeah. During COVID, a lot of people were no more because of the influence of this man's opinion. And he was the premier voice of influence over the COVID catastrophe. Now, he didn't get beat up. He didn't get thrown in jail. He has the West Nile virus, to where it's almost poetic justice. Isn't that movie $1 Million Buyers Club based off of him? I believe so. If anybody in the chat do the research, correct me if I'm wrong. But wasn't he a fruit snack that was doing a lot of wrong in that community? Because he's not held in high reverence over there either. Because that whole community got taken out. You got to understand these people are not good people. And we're in spiritual court. People understand we're in spiritual court. And these people like this are not exempt from the Most High God Almighty's judgment. The Holy Spirit is in the midst. And every one of our guardian angels have been protecting us. This is no longer Jacob's trouble. The things that were done unto us are getting done back 10 times worse. We need to be able to read between the tea leaves. This pinky in the brain looking ass doofus, went in complete silence after the whole world opened back up. Nobody brought nothing back up after that. Just back to your regularly scheduled program. And now that the world has completely changed because it's changed in our favor, beloved brothers and sisters, I need y'all to see that they're trying to put more of these falsified scenarios back into our communities again, which is not working. Because now it's backfiring. It's going and hitting a whole new crop of people who don't look like us. But they still continue to attack people who look like us. And it's like we got these beautiful invisible bowls that just bounce the stuff right back to them tenfold. But that's just an interesting thing. The man who single-handedly got a bunch of people jabberwockied to where they're like, oh, we want to go another round. Brothers and sisters, y'all better not get that second, third, fourth, fifth round. I remember when this stuff was going on. Y'all remember when this stuff was going on, man? I had people, I had family, I had friends who were saying, if you don't go get the shot, you're no longer ever going to be allowed to come into my house. And lo and behold, I'm in your house, and I ain't been sick since. Not as so much as a sniffle or a booger. But everybody I know got memory loss, eyes is twitching, falling out of his looking head. It's amazing how easy people get manipulated and get fooled, especially an old fool. And it's been a lot of cases where old fools have just gathered this, hidden confidence, and out of nowhere they become leaders of the free world because everybody got to get a participation ribbon. Joseph Biden. Just because you want to be the president don't mean that you're qualified. You need the most equipped person who's able-bodied to definitely go to all 50 states plus. You should be able to spend at least a week Is that a lot? You got to spend at least a week. I wouldn't say the whole year. 52 weeks, 50 states, that's a lot. But that should be a thing. I would agree to it. And that would allow the president to get to the bottom of everything that's going on in those states. Right? Not saying that they're going to be able to keep to the schedule or nothing like that, but at least we should be able to have an American vision board. Am I reaching when I ask for that? We should have I know we should have a black vision board. And like, oh, you being separate. No, yeah, I wanted to be segregated and separate from us for a long time. You tried to exterminate us while you were in your blessing. You did everything. You did everything. This stuff is not forgotten. Now you guys are scared and paranoid and petrified of retribution. No, we ain't trying to mess with y'all no more. We got something better on the other side of the grass. We've had humility in a lot of the atrocities that you guys have committed against us. You've even convinced and coerced even our own best of the best of on our side. Even they so much had a breaking point where they came into our communities and hustled this same poison to their own communities because they thought it was the right thing to do. When you got people that are with hidden agendas, trying to play God without his permission, you find out real quick who God is. Many men and women before you have tried to pay their way into heaven. And even to this day, we still have the same template of a stupid fool. They try to point the finger at the young, but no, you've been here longer than everybody, homie. A lot of you guys, a lot of you baby boomers, a lot of you civil rights, a lot of you 70s cocaine babies, your sexual access babies, you feminist babies, you Reaganomics babies. The fact that people would have so much as a sniff to sit there and blame it on anybody before them. Well, after them, I mean. Because everything before was before too. Then they all take part in that blame. But when you make a conscientious choice to act on it, that's what it changes otherwise. But it's poetic justice to be able to see these things happening to the people who have done wrong by our people. You had celebrities sitting here saying, go get the Jabberwocky. And now you got all these billionaires falling. And it's needed. You know, the board is getting clinked. It's getting clinked because it needs to. We've witnessed and seen so much stuff go on. We've witnessed and seen so much go on to where we're like, you know, we're not taking it no more. Like, you don't even want to deal with it. You don't want to bother with it. All right, fine. We'll just leave us alone. You know? Just leave us alone. And if that's the case of where we're going to take it, and it's like, you know, it's a constant distraction. But I know I ain't been bit by not one mosquito. Now that I think about it. I've been seeing a lot of other people who don't look like me.
The man who led the response to the COVID pandemic has come down with a different disease. Dr. Anthony Fauci tells CBS News he's recovering at home after being hospitalized with the West Nile virus. Fauci was first hospitalized 10 days ago with fevers, chills, and fatigue. He says he likely contracted West Nile from a mosquito bite in his backyard. And more mosquito spraying will take place in parts of New York City in the coming days. West Nile is not only the illness on the minds of health officials. CBS New York's Derek Waller reports.
Drone video set to music from the New York City Department of Sanitation shows their trucks spraying pesticide to kill mosquitoes. Crews have been out 10 times this summer and are scheduled to head out again this Monday and Wednesday, spraying in Upper Manhattan and Southwest Brooklyn.
Fumigating you sound pleasant. It's like being choked out by Debo on Friday. Like, go to sleep.
In the Bronx, as families enjoyed the sunshine in Van Cortlandt Park, mosquito safety was on some parents' minds after the city reported 4 people have tested positive for West Nile so far this summer. How important is it for you to make sure your kids are protected?
Very. So
you see how they use the kids like as a catalyst for pushing agendas so easy. It's just so easy. Like, what does his kids have to do with any of that? They bite anybody. Like, you gotta pay attention. What is going on? You gotta pay attention to what is going on when you're watching these things all over the place. That's why I'm showing you all different places, because you have to see what's going
on. That's why we at least use the precaution of using repellent.
I mean, we got bit a couple times coming in already, and they kind of hurt a little more today. I don't know why.
Hurt a little more.
But it's not just West Nile. In Massachusetts, a man in his 80s has tested positive for Eastern equine encephalitis, or Triple E. He's in critical condition.
We don't want to see another human case of Triple E this year.
The rare but dangerous mosquito-borne disease can cause swelling to the brain. There is no treatment, and anyone can get infected, and the death rate as high as 30%.
Even if you do survive, usually there are long-term significant health impacts, neurological impacts.
The nearby town of Oxford considered to be at critical risk, prompting health officials to recommend a 6 p.m. curfew for outdoor activities. And here in New York, no curfew and no reported cases of Triple E. And of course, health officials are trying to keep it that way.
Wow, that is very interesting that was even said, because I remember seeing something. I didn't see it yet, but it was kind of I think I can show you better than I can tell you, because I thought it was interesting that just popped up with the 6 a.m. with the 6 p.m. curfew, because this is interesting where we're going into these police states, and you got people who are professional cock blockers who are in the offices who are making these decisions in these long state meetings, council meetings, and you don't even know because you're not even there. You're not even there. Like this. Exactly what I was looking for. Nope. Did that do anything with COVID or any of these other BSs that they put in front of you? I'm telling you, this is the dinner bell for demonic deception and corruption and illusions, disillusions, and like you gotta see what is going on, beloved. You have to see what's going on, beloved. Please, you have to. This is another like you got COVID, you got triple E, you got monkeypox. So you have nobody in here that look like me. You got nobody who look like me. Nobody in them chairs who look like us or sitting on high. Massachusetts. See, in the sports is the linchpin that everybody uses as a crutch to keep everything to going, whether it's the parents needing a job and needing a damn purpose because they're freaking bum losers who don't have no sense of ambition and direction. That's the easiest way to cop out, and then they get so enamored and dedicated to it because they've been so passionate about it their whole life that it becomes a way of living, so you get consumed and you just get overtaken like you're bit by a zombie, you're bit by the walking dead. It's not about you, it's not for you. Ain't no kids getting sick like that. It's you dirty ass adults. They gonna bite you anyways, lady. It don't matter if it's dusk or dawn. If you got one in your house, he going to town on your big old nose. You ain't escaping none of that. I had to show you that little curfew thing. That's just, man, it doesn't stop where the narratives are trying to get skewed. It's really trying to get skewed. You got to pay attention to the trickery. It is. It literally is. It's just so much going on with them that they can't even. They get attacked in every way. It's just itchy and scratchy. So ain't nobody that look like us. The thing is about Indiana is you got the major pharmaceutical companies out there, and this is all on them to blame. Nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room. Big pharma. How did the names get changed now? Like, what? I've never heard that. I've never heard it said like that. Huh? Did y'all? No, I ain't tripping. I know I ain't tripping. Hell's Kitchen. You can't make this up. Hell's Kitchen Pier 83. The kitchen is on fire in Hell's Kitchen near the Pier 83. That's just all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. That was NY. It's New York. So it's cooking. It is cooking out there, y'all. What's going on in the Grand Canyon? Mother Nature, the Holy Spirit is not playing with y'all. Y'all keep trying to go on these death-defying things, and yeah, you define nothing. You finding out the real quick, easy, hard way. Mm. Wow, that just took away your whole, like, you thought you was going to enjoy yourself. 12. I heard thunder, and I'm going to go chase the lightning. Yes. And it was a nightmare for us for 400 years. And this is only year 4. And it's not going to stop. You are getting super soaked, super scrubbed, super rinsed off the land. That does not belong to you, no matter where you go. Whether you to live or to think that you're going to try to enjoy. No, it's completely different world for you. It's completely different. We have to understand that things are different now. That's just roaring, raging river. Look at it. It just takes over everything. Just pushes you and then everything out of the way. Just looks like chocolate you who looks like Willy Wonka chocolate factory. Literally just moves and washes whatever is in his path right on out of the way. Like, move. It's just amazing how nature is, and how much we've done wrong by her, to where she is truly showing us, that you can't even have fun nowhere. New station hiring, ladies. You see that wind blowing on the back of his shirt? You guys, all the elements working in the most mightiest of favors. Louisiana. Mm-mm. All praise to the Most High. You guys are not going to be able to enjoy yourself nowhere. Not on the land, not in the water, not in the sky, not inside the earth. In your little bunker caves. Eating on 50-year-old rotten cheese crackers. Cheese cracker ass crackers. Man. Y'all stopped us from being able to enjoy ourselves and do whatever we want. Chilling on the beach, chilling on the lake. Brought the boats out, and see, you couldn't even help them out. All of your great establishments couldn't even get there in time. You have to ask, you have to beg a kid. It's interesting how the adults are like using kids to do their dirty deeds. That's interesting. There's so many boats. What's going on in the water? Can't even do nothing on the water. Can't even do nothing on the water? Man, you can't do nothing on the water? They're getting exhausted, can't even get a chance to, do what they want to do. Just nature is just doing her thing. Ooh, wow. What's real? You take cover. Hmm. The amount of PTSD at 400 years. Matter of fact, let me get closer and say this. The amount of PTSD you have to have accumulated in your DNA for the last 400 years. That is a lot. It got passed down through the babies, just like the baby that's in this woman that you see. And the babies have to carry that. You live on land that does not belong to you. And you do not understand or know the atrocities that were committed before you even resided on these lands. People are not thinking about these things. They're just thinking that, oh, I'm just going to live in my blessing. These things there is debts that are being collected, people. These are debts that are being collected. Sky is going black. Weather is popping up in all the different ways. All the apocalypses. Every single one. You're seeing the conflagrations. You're seeing the weather. You're seeing animals. Fire. Hail. Famine. Just you get it, all the elements. This is not even starting. You got people going into like jobs that they never were, really interested in doing before. But lo and behold, they had to do what they had to do. They had to do what they had to do, You got people racing to do jobs like being a firefighter now. He's never put out a fire, people. This guy doesn't even touch the stove. He doesn't even know how to turn on the light. He may get sunburned if he even hits a clapper on. Clap on, clap off. He looks like the human version of a mouse that was made in a lab. Like, this is the success story. Like, he's the culprit of all the cheese being eaten in Wisconsin. There's no more Lambeau leaps because he's eaten all of the Green Bay Packers cheese heads. He looks like a Benjamin Button version of a marsupial. He knows nothing about no fires. But yet and behold, these guys get these jobs and these these positions of power and influence, and lead things like should be equal opportunity squandered. When you don't bring in new, fresh faces and give new, fresh people an opportunity. No, you're not thinking like that because you're thinking it the same way as your forefathers. Obviously, you were told some way, somewhere down the line at the dinner table, hey, be careful. Watch out for those people. And lo and behold, every single one of you guys have taken that bait and you bit the bag. You took it. And the way that you guys have misappropriated that and conducted your own inappropriate behavior. This ain't even talking about your ancestors, your elders, your forefathers. You guys took of the poison well as well. Or how you guys wanted to think, conduct yourselves, talk. Because not a majority of you guys ever changed your tune. So because of that, it's still seen as the same. Because nothing otherwise has been shown different. Now you have people who are going into jobs that are needed. You got fat ass lazy couch potatoes that are finally getting up and actually trying to get a job because they need the jobs now. Really do. Really do. And they'll get a job just anywhere they can. In what communities? I need you to specify and elaborate. Because I'm interested. I'm wondering, What communities are you trying to outreach to? Hmm? Ooh, took the whole booty out. That car, that car had no acetol. That car had no acetol. And then you guys are just committing all these crazy, driving stupid and reckless, and you running from the scene like you a pussy. Like you're not even there. You can't run away from spiritual court. That's the thing, people. That's why I'm laughing. I'm trying not to laugh at you. Because no matter where you go, you cannot outrun your judgment. You cause a hit and run. That's every single person that think that they can get away with something. It don't matter what it is. None of us are exempt. You are in spiritual court. I want you to remember every little thing that you've ever done in your life that you think that you're the only one who knows. Oh no, everybody knows because we're all tied into the mycelium of the universe. Nothing is ever not recorded in the Akashic records. Yeah, trying to stunt, trying to cute, trying to clout chase instead of just being safe and getting home. Be safe, being wild and reckless and endangering. You do not have a you do not have a bag of $20 worth of quarters in your pocket. Y'all keep choosing to live life on the edge. You got a young life, young blood. Live it all the way fully, not fast and short. You can't grow your life back. Can't grow no limbs back. Later arrested, like you so bad about it and ready to commit the crime, but don't want to do the time. Don't want to don't want to take accountability and man up. All you men are being pussies. If you're gonna do something, stand by that. Man up and own that. But because you ran, you did more damage to yourself and the people around you. Now you got extra multiple felony charges just from running. That's the culture that we created because of slavery. Run, nigga, run. Mm. Yeah, that's what do you guys think? What do you guys think of that one? I'll let you guys leave me the comments. See, and that's how a lot of you guys are holding up, is by getting these GoFundMe ass type of exclusive interviews. Like you're not even trying to report on any of the inclusive things and important things that need to be said too. You're finding and scraping away any and everything that you can find to keep your stuff glued together when it's really stringy and falling apart. Massachusetts is on turn up right now. You don't know what these people did. So you gotta understand that some guys like this really be caught up in other things too. And not even knowing, unknowingly, you may have triggered and pissed off a client or something like that. And yeah, you gotta think about people have been extra desperate lately, trying to keep families together, trying to keep up the image, the personification of the American dream by any means necessary. And so people have been doing a lot more unnatural things to them. And this is what's happening. You're seeing these people going into stores, and it's like they're going into these stores and then their families are looking for them. I hear them on the intercom and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to bring this up, because you're seeing people who are missing, and they're trying to create these narratives and these stories like, oh, he was such a sweet guy and all these things. And we got family pictures. Yeah, everybody got family pictures too. He looks like a crime cop, a mob boss. And you got to think of things like that. You're in the England States. You're a Katowski. Big Stan the man. I'm the Stan the man. You got to see what is going on. You got to see what's going on, beloveds. I'm trying to help you at least see something different. Because it is different. This is something that can't be just overlooked. We're seeing so many of these people ending up missing. Families heartbroken. People coming into work, ain't talking, ain't speaking about the stuff that's been going on in their life, because it's been utter shocking. It's been utter shocking to these folks. Nobody was expecting that stuff to happen. you know. But when you have done, you don't know what these people have done. That's what people keep forgetting. Try to paint people like, oh, they cool and they good and they nice. You don't know what these people have done. Just like that. You don't know what that dude was in. You don't know how you're the kids. The parents are gonna keep you away from that. You don't know the parent kids are, oh, he's a good dad and all that stuff. Yeah. Most dads are gonna be a good dad, but most dads will do anything by any means necessary to be able to make sure that their family is good. He didn't even leave the door open for her. he is he is not ladylike. He said, forget her. Well, he held it down. He held it down. He wasn't going to. That's an OG. That's a triple OG. That dude was not finna open up on nothing. And that's some real talk, you know? That's things that we need to learn on that, when you're paying attention, you're seeing what's going on below. It's like that's a lesson learned, when you got people that go all the way to the death to keep the family afloat, the family alive, and wind up doing life in prison, but your whole family is taken care of. It's like, what do you do? What do you choose? Like, you don't even know if the people that you're around is like in your corner, got your best interest, and freaking tell on you and have you tell them boys. You have them on them wires, So young brothers out here committing all these stupid crimes, out here driving around and doing all this crazy stuff, man. I'm trying to tell you, you know, you're gonna end up in a situation just like this. Yeah, that's what it's going to be, young brothers and sisters. Y'all keep playing with the Almighty. Y'all keep playing with all God. Y'all keep playing with God right now. I know that thug life thing is cute and all that stuff, sweet, but I'm telling you, beloved brothers and sisters, man, I need y'all to start getting your minds right, getting your heads together, because this ain't no joke. You're starting to see so much going on right now. You don't need to be doing that. You need to be using all of your black girl magic, your king magic. You guys are divine men and women, and you should be walking and carrying yourself as such. Stop getting caught up in the group think and the peer pressure. Y'all supposed to be reading. Y'all supposed to be studying. Y'all supposed to be doing all the work. You're supposed to be doing the work to show that self-approved. Reading the Bible. Do you know what day of the week that you were born on? That's important. Do you know your guardian angel? Do you know your demon? Do you know your birthstone? Do you know your birth tree? Your color? Who you're compatible with? It's very important. If you need help with any of this stuff, reach out. Reach out to your brother. But I'll point you in the right direction. I'll help point you in the right direction. But I want you guys to think about a lot of the stuff that I show you, because I'm showing you for a reason. So you can see like what is really going on, because you have a lot. You have a lot of these people who will not tell you what the real is.